Hey everybody, and welcome back to my Let's Play. This is the final video, so it will run a little long. It's going to be like 30 minutes or so please bear with me. First thing you might notice here, as I'm going into the item box, completely organized again. You're going to see I have a lot of space now. At least you should see that. But I kind of, between videos, I kind of took a few minutes to just sort of, organize everything. Because I was really having an issue there, which you heard about in my last video. So I'm taking this emerald disc, and I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of get all the passcodes. It's just 2 more. I already got one in the previous video. We're just gonna go in here and try to get the next one. So here you have this puzzle, and yeah, because I needed so many more shotgun shells, I guess they just, at this point, they're just kind of throwing things at me like, oh, here you go. Which, like I said, the first, I guess it's just kind of natural. The first few times I play any of the Resident Evil games, I just, they're gonna be new to me, so obviously I'm not gonna be so savvy in terms of saving ammo or knowing when to pull out the big guns, that sort of thing. And Code Veronica, I think, like, if someone's playing that game for the first time, like, I'm sure that they would always get tripped up with that, especially because you switch from one person to the next. So at least with these other games, like these first 3 games or so, it's kind of okay because, like, it's just the same person that you're playing as for the most part. And or even if you're playing as a different person, like, in Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3, you wind up playing as the support character for a little bit. They have their own inventory, so you don't have to worry so much. But, like, with Code Veronica, as you know, Chris and Claire actually share the same inventory, so you have to be very, like, strategic about that. So yeah, in case it's not apparent, I'm actually trying to be as gingerly as humanly possible, because I really don't want to kind of step on that red button. See, unlike the other kind of red button in the floor thing that happened before, it happened in the mansion where I got one of the crests. You had to actually press X to have Jill press it, but if you walk by this button, she automatically trips it. So that's why I'm kind of exercising a bit of caution here. And if you trip it, you get this poisonous gas coming in the room. You have to leave and come back, and somebody very kindly turns off the gas for you, which is nice. People being awfully considerate here, so that's kind of cool. And I'm glad that in the remake they sort of addressed, they kind of took advantage of this. This to me was a missed opportunity, this room right here. So you see that there's a little grating on the floor there that kind of fell from a vent, from an air shaft, and nothing came out, no enemies whatsoever. So I'm glad the remake, I can't stop singing its praises, like I said before. And I can't wait for it to come out and relive the terror of the Crimson Heads and all that goodness. I love it. So the second passcode. It's good. This is actually a genuinely disturbing room. There's like bodies and I guess they're bags or something like that. So finally, the last sort of couple things I need to do is to A, get the 3rd passcode, and B, I didn't show you there's a zombie back, because there was a zombie back there. I didn't really feel like fighting him, but there's an elevator I need to access. And this part just makes my blood boil with these chimeras. I think that's how you say the word. Oh my god. This is why, no joke, I brought these 3 sets of herbs with me. I said I'm probably going to need all 3 of them, and I really don't want to mess this up. I don't want to die, because it had been a while since I'd saved, so just being extra cautious here. And for some reason, this area always confuses me. Oh my god. I don't know if the Ooh, yep, there's my first heal right there. I don't know if the chimeras are infinite in here. If, like, I try to kill them, they keep coming, or maybe they're just dead for good. I don't know. But like I just run through this area every single time I play through this because it's just okay, good. See, I kind of lucked out here. I always have trouble finding this passcode, that passcode station, but thankfully I kind of ran over here and spotted it. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. So now all I need to do, oh my gosh, these are genuinely disturbing creatures. See, I don't know what, ooh. Oh man, I don't know what they were based off, and they weren't even in that presentation. See, I would flunk whoever made that presentation because they don't show every single enemy. They didn't show the plant. They showed the shark. They didn't show plant 42. What else did they not show? They didn't show the poisonous bees. I'm sure there's some other enemies too. Somebody's playing favorites, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. But I'm done. I'm out of here. I never have to come back to this area. Thank goodness for that. They almost look like Silent Hill enemies. Like there's an enemy in the first Silent Hill game that kind of look like them. Which I haven't played that game in forever, and I actually have not beaten it. I've gotten close to the end, but never beaten it. Maybe I'll do a let's play of that one too. That game does genuinely scare me, though. The Silent Hill series, oh my goodness. For all the praise that I give Resident Evil, and I do make fun of it too, Resident Evil is really not scary. So, I'm ready to open the elevator. Or activate the elevator. So, I gotta prepare for all that will ensue here. So just bear with me for a moment. But anyway, Resident Evil is just not a scary game. It has jump scares, and I did say this in my previous video. But anyway, Silent Hill does have jump scares too, but that's not its main source of fear that it tries to instill in players. Every time I play those games, I'm genuinely disturbed, and good for them. Kudos to them, honestly. That's why I don't play them, because I'm honestly like, oh my gosh, I'm terrified. And I also bought Siren recently, which I never played because that game looks scary too. I've seen a couple people play parts of it. And I think the next game, or the next game series I want to try to check out is Fatal Frame. I've never played any of the Fatal Frame games. I've heard of them, obviously, but never gotten a chance to actually play them. So that's going to be next on my list. I don't know if they're on PSN at the moment. I think they are, or maybe some of them are, but I have to double check on that. So definitely. But I also have to give my heart a little break, you know? Play maybe some happy stuff. Okay, this zombie disappeared, which is good. That could have saved me some ammo. So, time for the elevator.
Jill!
Oh, how convenient.
Jill! You're here too!
Yes, you're here too?
Look, I lost my way.
Let's get going.
This section of the game was brought to you by the letters X, D, and R. I'll let you guys enjoy this.
Wesker,
You did a fine job, Barry.
just as I thought.
I think you should stay away from Barry, Jill. I hear that his wife and 2 daughters will be in danger if he doesn't do everything I tell him to.
You are so cruel.
Well, you don't have to worry about anything, because you'll be free from this world very soon, Jill.
Why do you have to destroy stars?
That's Umbrella's intention. This laboratory has been engaging in dangerous experiments, and recently an accident has occurred. Anyway, this disaster cannot be made public.
That's why having stars nosing about is so inconvenient. So you're a slave of Umbrella now, along with these virus monsters.
I think you misunderstand me, Jill. To me, the monsters you mentioned mean nothing. I'm going to burn all of them together with this entire laboratory. I must complete my mission as ordered by Umbrella. Barry, go up on the ground and wait there.
Barry!
Barry's such a fool. He'll be under the control of Umbrella forever.
How come both Umbrella and you can intimidate him by taking his family as hostages?
Umbrella? Well, I intimidated him, but it had nothing to do with Umbrella. I just used him for my personal purposes, though both you and Barry seem to think I was following orders from Umbrella.
So you're planning something else?
If you succeeded in developing the world's most powerful biological weapon, what would you do? What if you were in charge?
You must stop this now.
You're a brave girl. But if I were you, I wouldn't give up such a big discovery. You guys are idiots. No one understands its real value.
So you're going to steal all the research?
Better yet, I'm going to show you the tyrant.
How convenient that Wesker walked that way.
Sorry, Jill.
How is your family?
I was listening to what you and Wesker were talking about. I wish I realized it earlier. I thought it must have something to do with Umbrella, you know? So it's all been masterminded by him.
But it's good that you know that now. Anyway, let's get out of this house first.
Jill,
Yes, what?
do you have any idea what Wesker was going to show you at the back of this place?
Well, he was talking about the world's most powerful biological weapon, called Tyrant or something, I think.
Do you think we could see Tyrant now?
Barry, you're so optimistic.
It would look bad for Stars if we let such a dangerous creature run loose.
Maybe you're right. Let's go then.
You guys gonna secure Wesker, tie him up, handcuff him? No, of course not. They're the best.
Can a creature like this really be the ultimate biological weapon?
Really? Wesker is a crazy man.
Tyrant is not completely developed.
But we can't let it live. That must be the computer for monitoring this creature.
Let's just mash buttons here and hope for the best, right? Are we supposed to believe that they're incompetent? Because they're definitely convincing me of that. Oops.
Damn you!
We can't control what it does.
Okay. So now we fight Tyrant. This is the yeah. Ooh. Whoops. That was somehow I'm still okay. He's slow, but yeah, you get the idea. And he only takes like a few bullets. By the way, I just love this scene, this whole scene right here. Again, Wesker should have probably checked to see if Barry got on the elevator before he started getting all cocky and stuff. I mean, he's hot, but he's dumb.
Barry!
And Jill makes a comment at one point saying, "Oh, Tyrant's not fully developed." Like, all of a sudden, who made her the expert in like
I'm rude.
BOWs?
I was clumsy.
Let's get going.
I wonder if I leave the room without going to Barry, does he wind up dying? I'm not sure if he gets up automatically, so I just kind of always go to him and get him. What a shock.
What happened to Wesker?
Wesker must have set it off. There's not much time left for us.
Barry's just looking very pensive there. And of course, this is the game's awkward way of having Barry leave me. Bye! And so Jill's on her own. So, we're actually almost done though. Of course, first I gotta drop off some stuff and do a little more inventory mini game. I can't wait to play Resident Evil 4. Oh my gosh. I think 99% of my Let's Play is going to be in Leon's attaché case. That's going to be awesome. You guys are going to... If you guys have a fetish for looking in someone's attaché case, then boy do I have a Let's Play for you. Oh man. That's like the game within a game. Do I really need all this now? I guess I'd rather be safe than sorry. Look at all these mixed herbs that I have. Crazy. I'm telling you guys, it's no joke. They give you a lot of stuff. So this is going to be the last save of the game because I won't be able to save anyplace else. There's another item box you guys saw, but certainly no typewriter there. 8 saves. Okay. Could be better. By the way, so Twitch, I don't know how many of you guys are familiar with Twitch, have seen me cast on Twitch. I don't cast on Twitch anymore. But if you guys aren't familiar with Twitch, Twitch is the site where people can broadcast video games, and good idea, but Twitch is like plagued with a lot of issues, and the most recent thing is because it got acquired by Google. Now all of a sudden people's like, oh my gosh, the zombies got replaced by these things. Awesome. So people have to be very careful about streaming anything with any copyrighted audio, and I think that does include some video game music. So for a site that allows you to cast video games, you have to be careful about casting video game music. I don't know about all that. That's why I kind of moved to Hitbox. I honestly don't cast as much as I used to before, just because I'm just busy with everything, and I always have technical issues with it. But I just prefer Let's Plays now, you know? But anyway, just find it interesting.
Oh, Jill!
Oh, Chris! So you're okay?
Yeah, you too. What happened to Wesker?
Let's talk about it later. Let's get out of here.
By the way, it blew my mind when I learned that the guy who did the voice of Chris Redfield also did the voice of Richter Belmont in Symphony of the Night. I think I said that in my Symphony of the Night LP, but it's still just kind of crazy. I mean, it's not crazy. People can be known for multiple roles, but still, it's awesome.
Let's go.
Yet again, this is the game's way of separating you from your partner at the time. I just love it. There's another part of our drinking game. Take a shot every time a Resident Evil game makes a very clumsy attempt. You know, it has a very clumsy way of separating you from whoever you're with. And how the hell did Chris get past these guys? Because you'll see Chris is in the next room. And now these guys are wearing green instead of... They're wearing the same thing that the guys in the zombies in the mansion were wearing, so that's kind of interesting. I actually almost missed it. I didn't realize this guy was here.
Let's go.
I just ignored Chris. I'm like, wait. Just wait. Okay. So I no longer need the shotgun. I'm gonna take the heaviest weapons that I have, which is the Magnum. I think I'm just gonna stick with that. Oh no, I did wind up going with the bazooka. See, this is what happens when you do commentary way after you play. So I actually do need an empty space. You'll see in a moment. Look at Chris being impatient all of a sudden. Like, dude, calm down. You're not gonna do anything. Kind of that EKG system, that health system, is a little weird in this game because you have that yellow fine status, which I think becomes the yellow caution status in the next games.
Hurry!
I just realized this lab seems really small and there's not really any labby type areas except that one room where I got the projector thing. Strange. Oh, there's the battery. This was the reason why I needed the empty space. And it's incredibly stupid. You have the battery here, so you need the empty space just to pick up the battery and to put it in a slot that's 5 feet away from it. But it's a clumsy way to force you to have an empty space so you can get the rocket launcher.
Oh no, you must be kidding. After we
Wait, where did Chris get the gun? Don't tell me he had that gun that whole time.
Chris,
Nah, I think Barry gave him one.
okay, I leave it up to you. See you here at the heliport.
Okay, we're talking a lot and like, yeah, we only have 3 minutes. Just saying, time's wasting. Will you take the dildo? Yes, I will. Just gonna pop it off here. How convenient that someone left a flare there, right? What if... I suppose Joe would have come up with something clever to signal Brad. For the self-destruct sequence to take only 3 minutes, they are wasting a lot of my time here with all this pomp and circumstance. Look at this, over a minute, and I still have a tyrant to fight. Spoilers. Oh, okay, he just disappeared. Nice. He entered the Matrix right there. Oh dear God. Oh, wow. Okay. So you can see he's much faster at this point. And I think for this particular battle, the more you try to shoot him, the faster Brad drops the rocket launcher, I think. Because I remember there was one time I played it, I wasn't really able to shoot Tyrant a lot, and literally Brad waited until there was like 15 seconds left. And then he dropped the rocket launcher, which was crazy. This is always very tense here, trying to pick it up and then... Oh, come on. He did not even hit me right there. Jeez. Oh, God. My word. I like how he's looking away. I don't know why. Ooh. Tyrant giblets. That's gross. Ooh, he's still smoldering. Look at that. That's awesome. That's like a Mortal Kombat fatality type of thing. And at long last. Okay, I thought Brad was hovering over the helipad. Now it looks like he's flying in again. So I presume our heroes are all on board. Oh, nice overlay of flame effects on the mansion. Good job. Look at this. Look at Chris smirking like a jackass, like he did anything. Look at him looking off wistfully. Wow, I did nothing. You did nothing, Chris. Look at Jill. She's asleep. She's passed out. She should get checked out. Typical. But I need to play Chris's scenario just to see Rebecca. That sounded random, but no. Because I play as Jill a lot, and I need to play as Chris. I gotta get like more comfortable with his scenario, which is not much different than Jill's, except for some key differences. So that was Resident Evil Director's Cut. I like how these people are only identified by their first names. Like, you know what? I really don't want people knowing that I was involved in this, so I just want my first name attached, so IMDb doesn't really track me down and people stalk me. But I would love to know what these people are doing, the live actors and stuff. Because chances are they've probably been in some other things. Obscure things, but some other things too. By the way, this credit sequence right here, the song that plays, makes no sense to me. Like, it sounds... You'll hear it. Like, it goes from very, like, wildly different, like, moods. It's almost like they're parodying, like, different movie themes. Like action movie themes, romance movie themes. I don't know what they were trying to go for, but it's kind of weird. So that's why I kind of want to play the original version, because I want to hear what the soundtrack differences are. But for me, the original is like so hard to track down, so I probably will have to try to find a Let's Play where someone played the original game. But yeah, Director's Cut. I always like to give a quick review, a quick assessment, whatever. And I mean, I love the game. I've got to get, like I said before, got to get more comfortable with Chris's scenario so I can play it a little more. Because it's fun. I beat it once, but I have yet to beat the arranged mode. I beat the original version once. And I'd like to, be a little more comfortable with it. And like I said, I like the differences that you can see depending on certain sequence of actions that you do that determines your ending. There's several endings to this game, which I like. I know there's a few endings to like Resident Evil 3. There's not really terribly much differences between them, but they're still different. The second game, no different. There's just one ending. Well, you have the A ending and then the B ending. But it's still pretty much the same. So, and then of course Code Veronica is just one ending. Code Veronica really became more like there's less branch points, there's less kind of variability, and I kind of don't like that too much, but it is what it is. It's almost like they took steps backwards. Graphics wise, of course, it was superior than all the other games, but that came before it, of course. But other than that, like replayability, there's not much there. Like you don't even get new costumes in the game, so I just find that to be a bit of a strange choice. But that's what they went with. So there you go. So like I said, I would love to know what these actors are doing right now. The live actors, and why they decided to not do any more live well, I guess given what happened here, somebody kind of wisened up and said, hey, yeah, these actors kind of suck, so we're not going to do that anymore. We're just going to have CG. But there's a special charm to it, definitely. Love the game, love the challenges, love the remake of the game. If you guys have not played it yet, I don't know what you're doing not playing it. Play the damn game. Not even joking. So A+. Resident Evil. Just in case you forgot what game you're playing. So now we get this picture here, which to me, it's always in every game you have this, but like no grade, so there's not really much of a point. It just tells you how you saved and how much time you took, which I guess is important to know. Yes, I always forget that stupid closet key. I really need to not forget that so much. So I'll go ahead and save, even though I have 2 other files ready to go, but there you go. Alrighty. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. And I will see you in my next Let's Play. Later.